And of course, you can go Susu. Yes, it's your boy Luze Andrew Anderson, and super excited, of course, to be here once again. Of course, we left, but again, we are back like we had never left. Yeah, so we are here once again, and of course, very sorry for some of the people because we did what we call a content change. We made some kind of changes here and there, but of course, you're not supposed to worry. It's all cool, it's all nice, it is all coming in harmony. So wherever you are watching me from, I want to say most of the people right now are supposed to be saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Some people are supposed to be good night, like here in Uganda. Of course, I'm supposed to be saying good night, but yes, we're going to be having this chest, we're going to be doing lots of lives, but of course I start by apologizing with the people that of course we had started we were doing politics. Basically that's what we were doing, politics, and of course we were hanging out much more with of course His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. But for some reasons we decided in 2026, of course after the election, my prediction was by that time he would be the president of Uganda. By that time, I was very sure he was supposed to be the president of Uganda, and we were supposed to be doing that content, and then we concentrate on us. So now something happened, and of course things did not go as they were supposed to be going. But now I want to concentrate on the title that we've had today. Yeah, the title that we have had today. Yes, at 30 years, lost it all. Yes, at 30 years, lost it all. And of course we were supposed to again go start afresh. And I'm going to be telling you how all this happened. But as I told you initially, now we've made changes. Yeah, we've made changes. So politics is going to be on how do they call it? It's going to be on Loha. Yeah, it's going to be a little down. Yeah, so we are going to be much concentrating on human interest stories and then lifestyle. And it's been 7 years, of course, for the people who loved the Luze Andrew Anderson. Them days, of course, when we were still on TV. Yes, 15 years on TV. 15 years on TV. But I'm going to be telling you how I lost it all. Yeah, I lost it all, and of course I had to start afresh, not once, not twice, not thrice. Yes, but 3 times, of course, when I have to start afresh. And I'm going to be telling you in case things fail, how you can always start afresh. But with me, I'm going to be taking you through the journey. You're not going to be loving it, because through the journey I ended up being a single dad. Yeah, through the journey I ended up being a single dad. But I'm going to be telling you all this firsthand. And imagine you lose it all. Some people have already lost it all by the age of 40. They've lost it all. Others lose it at 50. But now me, I lost it not once, not twice, but thrice. Yeah, and of course I had to start over, and there are some things that I really learned. And I have friends, of course, who called me, people who are in London, some people who called me and they're like, man, what am I supposed to be doing now? What should I do next? What should I? Yes, I'm going to be giving you blueprints, yeah, of how everything can fail and you start afresh. And by this time that I'm talking, again, things already failed, and I'm already starting afresh. So that's why I'm telling you, like, normal politics. Yeah, we are not going to be seeing much of people we're not going to be seeing that. We've been using a lot of Luganda. Now it's going to be a little bit of English. Yeah, we're going to be using much of English. Why? Because just like how I told you, like, again, you start afresh. So this is the 3rd time that I'm starting afresh. It is always very, very hard. Yeah, very hard, and it scares a lot, you know, for someone to come up and you're like, you know what, now I'm going to be starting afresh. So right now I'm starting afresh, and on my phone I could see the people who are watching right now. We are having 3 of them. We are 3 people watching, basically 3 of us. Why? Because again, I'm starting afresh. And for the people who are watching right now, you'll get to know. Let me post here on my WhatsApp. let me post something on my WhatsApp. Yeah, starting afresh. Yeah, starting afresh over 3 times. Then let me put there the link. Yeah, starting afresh. And starting afresh, this is like the third time I'm starting afresh. But you guess what? Now the people, because we used to have numbers. Yeah, let me start off this social media before we can start where the story begins from. We used to have lots of numbers. Yeah, we used to have numbers, and each time we could come on social media, of course we could have lots of people watching through. And just like that, I just woke up one day and I'm like, you know what? No, by 2026, this is it. Whether I'm going to be making whether I'm going to be making 5 or 2 millions per month, or I'm going to be making 10, or I'm going to be making 800,000 Ugandan shillings, or I'm going to be making 15, 20, 30 millions per month. 2026 has to be a different year. I told myself when we reach 2026, I'm going to stop doing politics and we are going to change and we are going to start something fresh, something new. I knew it. It didn't matter whether what I was doing was working or not working. I was like, by that time, then I have to make a shift. Making such kind of decisions sometimes is always very hard. Yeah, it's very, very hard. You imagine when we were doing politics, because someone would say it was something that was training and something that maybe someone would take it that was making money. Yeah, and they're like, no, you're supposed to stick in there because you could get 2K, 3K, 5K people watching. But that wasn't the incense. It wasn't because of the money. No, it was because of the relationship that I had with President Bobby Wine. It was that relationship. We started, like I always tell people, we started seven years when Bobby Wine had come through to becoming the member of parliament. That's when I was like, you know what? Now I'm going to be with my guy, because I cannot forget. I told you, Tyler, I'm not supposed to distract me. I told when he had just come through, he said, anyone, in case you have anything you would offer for change, go ahead and do it. I was among the first people. I didn't have much because by then I was still doing TV. I told myself, no, what is it that I can offer? Then I noticed, no, I have my social media, because by then I was still working on TV. So now I told myself I'm going to give up my social media. And of course, I'm so much into YouTube. Yeah, I'm so much into YouTube, and YouTube is my thing. It has always been my thing, even when I didn't know how to use it. And I could tell my producer by then, when I was still working on WPS TV, that is 15 years ago. And you know, I loved YouTube for some reason, because initially me, I could use it for archive. Like I put in videos, you know, just in case at any day, anytime, you know, I could go ahead and get these videos. So I was like, no, me, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and because I want to show you guys some video. Yeah, when we started off. Yeah, because now we are going to be transcending, we are going to be changing mpola. We are going to be changing the kind of content that we are doing, and the kind of videos that we are going to be showing you. So I'm going to be showing you something different. I've told you today's topic is as simple as, of course, changing. Yeah, because I wrote and I'm like, at 30 I lost it all and started over again and again, 3 times. This is my story. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to be showing you. 7 years ago, when His Excellency President Bobby Wine, let me make this search properly. Bobby Wine, and yeah, because I want to get it a little faster. Yeah, I've gotten it now. So when he started his advocation, yeah, and he had come in to be the president, for some reasons I was like, you know what, this is what I can give in. So I gave up my social media, and guess what, of course YouTube was one of those, you know, That's what I could offer. Basically, that's what I had because I was still working on TV. I didn't have anything to offer. So I offered my social media. So when I offered my social media, that is 7 years ago, when we did this interview. I want to bring that interview in. Cancel. I want to bring in that interview video capture. Okay, video capture, good. I want to show you that interview. Let me first do this, then I do this. So we did when he had just come through, and now he was honorable, that is MP, member of parliament. So that's when I was like, where is it, where is Windows capture? So that's when I was like, let me give out this social media of mine. I start afresh. Yeah, so this is the video here. Let me share it. Yeah, so this is the video that we did. And I want to scroll a little down here like this. You can see, yeah, you look here. Yeah, just look here, just look here. You see here, you can see here, this is 7 years ago. You can imagine, 7 years ago. Let me try to enlarge it a little so that you can see it properly. Yeah, let me enlarge it a little so you can see it properly. Yeah, so now I've shared it so that you can see. This is 7 years ago. Yeah, you can see here. Yeah, 7 years ago. And this is when we did this interview. Yeah, so now let me put the screen to be a little small, so that you could be seeing everything that I'm really showing you. Let me make it a little small. So this was 7 years. This is when, of course, BCM came through, and we were like, now let's also give her what we have. So for BCM, this is how we ended up doing politics, because in the conversation that I had with him, let me be playing this video. Yeah, let me be playing it here. Let me be playing it here. Tyler, I told you, if you're not watching your laptop, then you're supposed to pause it. So you could see there. Yeah, that is the video. That is 7 years ago, boss. 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 years ago. And that's the time, of course, we started doing politics, because a friend had come through. Yeah, a friend had come through, and it was like everyone, at least they're supposed to be offering something. So me, what I decided to offer was my social media, BCM. So now that's when politics started. And for the people who don't know what BCM stands for, basically it stands for Bambi Charity Media, because I really love charity so much, because the way how I grew up, it was because of charity. Let me try to put this one a little here. Let me make myself a little smaller so that I talk basically maybe when you guys are seeing me than just talking and you're not seeing me. So let me let me put myself here. Yeah, let me be here. So that's when I decided to go into politics. That's how BCM gets into politics. But initially we were doing interviews, celebrity interviews, artists, to be specific, stuff in entertainment. Yeah, put it back, don't pour the water. Yeah, most of the times, for the people who are just joining for the first time, you always hear me talk with my son. So this is the time. Of course, no, I don't want to drink, and don't pour it. No, you drink. I'm working. I told you, when I'm working, I'm not supposed to interrupt. I will not buy you if you're disturbing me. So this is how we really entered politics 7 years ago. So now, when I told myself, when it is 2026 and the elections are done, that is the time, of course, again, we are going to evolve, and we change, and we do something different. You get? And we do something different. So let me just give you just a snippet, of this interview, just a little. Yeah, just a little with the sound. Then after, we're going to be getting back. Let's listen to this.
I know that I play a role in this revolution. I know that effectively. nabo balina okuba nga benyigiddemu nti until we have a Luze and a Nicholas and Anocheny and Mukasa coming together ne bagamba okay fena tweorganize nze tufunye endagamuntu tudecide nze wamu wekisobola okumakingira sense nze nange neŋŋamba okay tugende wano kitegeeza ki nti oku answering ekyo ekibuzo kijja twetaagisa ffe okusooka okuoninga our responsibility gwe nga gwe obeere nga embozi gyonyumyako noli embozi gyanyumyako and we connect. I don't know if I make sense.
Yeah, nkitegera because kitandika nange neŋŋamba kibe n'omulala then
netugamba ffenna kibe.
Yeah. Kubanga kati ekirala bo bano bakyali balina amaanyi balina emmundu balina ebyakabi bingi olaba nga twali tulina okuba nga tuli enamboole nekitabaawo because ekintu kino kintu kyabwe ati gweolina ki bo balina ebyakabi ki
nakambiddeyo neŋŋamba ogenda kutandika okumbuuza akabuuzo ko kali. Yeah, but your questions are actually very, very serious questions. Nti tulina okwebuuza nti okay abantu abatunyigiriza kale tukiriza abatunyigiriza tukiriza bye tuliraba si bwe birina okuba tukiriza corruption, right? Naye abantu ababikola abatunyigiriza abalina emmundu making sure nebo raising eddoboozi lyo bakoba kibooko nga tolina kyokola balina Bank of Uganda baba oyomba nabo oba oyombye ne Bank of Uganda oba oyombye ne Uganda Police oba oyombye ne institutions zonna gwoyina ki kankubulire kyali wange tombuza na gwoyina ki mbuza ffe tulina ki ffe tulina each other ate tulina obwongo bwaffe tutegeera ate tetulina just nze Bobby na Luze wabula tulina ffe ne bali abangi ennyo abali ku TV kati abatulaba babalaba nti bya ddala. So once we get young people, especially not only young people are required, buli omu alina playing a part. Naye lwaki ŋŋamba nti ffe if as a block as a majority Luze nakitegeera nga bwe nkitegeera onolina kitegeera nga bwe nkitegeera kuba kati gwe Luze tuyinza okuba nga tuli tribes za njawulo naye between you and me tekiplaying a part y'amaanyi naye mu batusingako obukulu bayinza okuba n'engeri zaabwe nze naawe tuyinza okuba tuli madiini ga njawulo naye tekiplaying a part. So once me and you connect and say kati kino kye twagala ng'ensi kye kino kye twayagala we can very easily come together.
So you've seen that part, olaba ngezezaamu kaawo just for you to see that this was done 7 years ago. This is when we entered politics, when His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobi Wine weyayingirira politics wano naffe weyagamba ki what is it that you can offer nange neŋŋamba no what I can offer is my social media handle. So here wotunula bulungi nnyo n'otunula waneeno olabawo waneeno wentadde kakasa kiraga 7 years ago. So that's when we ended up entering politics just like that. Our twayingira politics, and when we entered it we did not stop. So but of course nabagambye title ya leero nga wetambula nti I lost it 3 times and I was able to start afresh each time. So when we entered politics, I told myself, wadenga nyingide politics, because Bobi Wine told me something. Yangamba Mwana Anderson, that was off camera. Nangamba Anderson Mwana kwa mwaka fana inga president chaliwo. I also thought about it. Yadala kwa mwaka fana inga the president is your boy. Like you know him. You can talk to him. We went to school with his brothers. We were with Mickey Wine, Pastor Mickey Wine when he was still at Eagles Death. So at the end of the day, nengamba no, bloody wanga ate wabanga your president ate binonga bibera binyuma. So I decided, to support him. So I gave up my biggest social media, nenjitekayo for him. I did it for him and again for me because what is going on, all of us whether we love it or we don't love it, we can accept there are a lot of things that are not going on right. But I told myself 2026 newendiba mfuna chenkanawa newendiba nkolachi newendiba 2026 we are going to change, and we changed. Now this is the story where it starts. Ngawe nabagambye ntino at 30 lost it all, and how I started over and over 3 times. This is my story. This is how it starts. We started on a national broadcast. Of course, that was WBS TV. That's where I was working from. The TV was very beautiful. It was among the top TV stations in the country. Of course, renowned for being an entertainment journalist. Yeah. So when I went there, I was at school. But if I can give you information, I've done different. I went through different careers. Of course, I started off with piloting. I went to school, sorority flying school. I taught some of the people who were following. Then from there, I went into medical. Then from there, I left. I went into journalism. Of course, umkat era nabyo nabisoma, nice and lovely. So nayenga making those changes. Now this is how we started, because ngenda babulira how I lost it all and how I started over and over. Omulundi ogwasooka when abazungu bali batulabirira whites, yeah, bazungu, because I'm an orphan and not an orphan in Luganda. I will say ndi mfunzi, so no mom no dad. Yeah. So church took us. Yesu akwagala, it's in Seguku. So when church took us, bazunga, you know those things, you remember those things of pen pals and sponsors? Yeah, so we had some of those ones there. So they helped me all through school. I think I was like 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there. So you know, they helped us. So when we were growing, they kept asking, what is it, when you grow up, what is it that you want to become? And basically me, I would say I want to be a pilot. Yeah, a pilot. Some people call it pilot, others call it pilot. So either way, whatever you can call it. So nengamba nonze njagala kubeera pilot. Abazungu abami ne batukuza, you know, nga tuli mfunzi, no mom, no dad, no jaja, no koja. So when they were raising us, they kept asking, when you grow up, what is it that you want to be? I was like, I want to be a pilot. I want to be a pilot. I want to be a pilot. So guess what happened? I reached my senior 6, of course, najitulira somewhere very far. Then immediately after, I thought I was supposed to go in for piloting. Sorority flying school. Guess what happened? Ngenda kubulira engeri gyoyinza okustatinga over and over. Ate nebikola ebyaddala. Because most of the people, when they lose it all, they get scared. Yeah, you get scared. Some people don't come back. Right now, when Mubagambira, some of you know this channel is for politics, and guess what? I'm starting over again with something different. You know, I'm starting over, and whether it takes a year or 5, I'm going to be here Bina or Kukola. Yeah, and I failed 3 times. Basically, some friends of mine used to tell me, Anderson, every TV he goes to closes. I went to WBS, it closed. I went to Record TV, it closed. I went to Taji TV, it closed. And how do you imagine how I started over? So this is the story I'm going to be telling, and it's very crucial. You could pick a leaf, yeah? You could pick a leaf, no gamba why kanukaka picking kaja kunkolera. So now I'm in for piloting, and I'm seeing Bobby Wine, Revolution, Ntusenange, Obubaka, yeah. So at the end of the day, we kept changing. I kept changing. Nekuruno kati chetulimu kati ndimu change. And it is the hardest. If you could listen to my story to the end, yeah? Because I will be getting your reactions, I'll be reading all your messages. If you listen to the end, I swear, you're going to learn something, yeah? You're going to really, really learn something, and it's really very important. So, now, this is what happened. I want to do piloting. These whites have been helping us for the longest period of time. And now they just wake up early in the morning, because bali bakubye Twin Towers, yeah? Ezom USA. Nga bakubye Twin Towers, webazi kuba wepata. Guess what happened? Abali balina okubanga batuyamba, the whites. Now they pulled out. And now guess what? This is the year I'm supposed to be joining sorority flying school. I went to sorority. I have one of my sisters. She told me, Anderson, if you had passed well, if you pass well, at Sorority Flying School because they do some simple interviews, then guess what is going to happen? I'm going to sponsor you. But now these guys are like, we cannot sponsor because the economy of the USA had fallen. So she couldn't help me. I was like, cool. So now I go Sorority Flying School. My sister is willing to be helping. And guess what happens? I go there. I pass the interview, which was really very easy because I did make stroke, of course, pure math. So I passed with flying colors. And then my sister who is sponsoring is like, you know what, I cannot sponsor anymore. I'm at Sorority Flying School now. This is the only thing I knew I would do because these missionaries, the whites, made me believe that that's what I will become. Now I grow up from nursery, knowing in school I used to sing akakaimba zenjagala okubeera pilot. Ku speech there I did that. Now I grew up to senior 6 secondary, and now my dream is shattered. They are telling me you cannot become that because we do not have enough money. And guess how much that was? It was 18,000 USD. 18,000 USD to do the hours I was supposed to. I was supposed to do I think, was it 120 hours or 180 hours? Maybe Ghana. No, I'm having my water. I'm working. Your water is there. Don't disturb me. I won't buy you car in case you're disturbing me. So now, my dream is shattered. Basically, growing up, imagine you're from 7 to now you're in your 20s and you had only one dream. And now someone is telling you we cannot go on with that dream. Shattered. I had to start fresh. Now, my sister Lillian tells me, I sat for a year because I was like, in case I'm not going in for piloting, I'm not going in for nothing. I sat for a year without school until I noticed that, you know, in case I don't go back to school, then this will be the end of me. So I was okay with whatever would come out, yeah. So my sister tells me, if I'm to sponsor you, if I'm to help you, you're going to be doing medical laboratory. I went in for medical laboratory. I started afresh with the dream I had since I was a kid, you know. But I had gone even to Sorority Flying School. I was there. Tyler, don't open the refrigerator. Leave it. Close it. You have enough water. Close it. Close it. If you want to put it there. So now, my dream was shattered, yeah? Tyler, the cup is full. Don't put more water. If you disturb me tomorrow, I'm not going to take you to shop with me on the bike. So at the end of the day, my dream was shattered as a kid now. Now I go into medical laboratory. And this is something I never loved because I hated blood a lot. But guess what? I enrolled in medical laboratory. Midcare Health Professionals College, yeah, Mengo. I enrolled, man. I started afresh. It hurt me, but later I loved the career. In between there, even someone who was sponsoring me, she told me, now no money. I'm having pressure and things are not working out good, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't want to be the reason why you die because you're trying to raise funds for me to be in a medical school. Again, I left shattered. I started afresh. That's how I went to TV. That story later on when we are now good, then we'll talk about that story. Now I joined TV. I work for like 6 years at WP, 6, 7 years, 7, 8 years. Then of course it is closed now. this is the beginning of the video. This is where everything now starts. I've never ever been broke, never ever been miserable, never ever than the time WBS TV closed. Oh my God, it hurt, and it really hurt a lot. You know, like, because remember I had worked there for like 7 years, but because I did not have next, I did not have what I could do next. When they closed, I did not have even a chicken egg. I had nothing, but I had met people. The so-called things of working on mainstream media, like you get connections, you get friends, you get, all those things don't work. I'm telling you the truth. Those things don't work. You're going to get connection and you're building your career on that. Truth is, they don't work. I've been there, I've tested it, and they don't really work. Things failed. I had the worst time in my life. I was at my sister's rentals, Lillian. I wasn't paying rent, but you imagine you're not working. And I had a girlfriend. This girlfriend didn't want to leave me. She didn't want to leave me. I told her, man, now I'm broke. I don't have next. And she was like, I'm not leaving. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. She told me, point blank, cover your laptop if you want me to carry you. Cover it. Cover your laptop, then you come and carry you. So now she told me I'm not leaving. I don't have a job. The station is closed. Yeah. These connections you guys talk about, you will get connections if you're working on mainstream media. I'm telling you, I didn't get any connection. Truthfully speaking, no one called me, no one saved me. I was in there alone. It was for 6 months. In the 15 years I worked on media, it was only the 6 months that I stayed, and I stayed alone, No, Tyler, don't do that. Leave it. So, no, don't do that. I do that to clear the camera because we are not clear. If I do this, then it will be clear. So, it hurt. That was the worst time in my life. After WBS TV closing, it was bad, man. It was really bad. I went to Rwanda because I thought Uganda media is corrupted and it's not straight. I went to Rwanda to look for a job. I did the hustles here and there, to make ends meet. Thank God I went to Rwanda, things didn't work out. Then later on, I went to, they called me when I was in Rwanda. Now Record TV called me up. Douglas Ranga had left the Katogo show. So they felt that I could be a good replacement. So I came back to Uganda. And now when I came back to Uganda, I started Record TV, Katogo, started afresh. Tyler, don't disturb me. You go to your laptop. So I started afresh. I now could afford to rent a house. I got a house. Now I could rent. I was in Machinde. We tried. You have your water. This is mine. So I went. I had now remember, now those are how many times? Those are like now 2 times I'm starting afresh. So I started afresh again. I went to that TV, Record TV. We started working. Before I know it, it closed also. Closed. When it closed, something clicked in my mind. I told myself, any day, any time, anything such as this ever happens, I have to be prepared. Most of the mentors always talk about something called when you get a job, be prepared to lose it. When you get a job, be prepared to lose. Like immediately you get a job, try to fix your exit. I learned that firsthand and I got it. So now life again is hard. Record TV closed. I had not planned it nice, but this is what happened. Let me take you through. When we were working at Record TV, I had a friend, and he used to tell me, Tyler, don't disturb me, I'm going to take you to bed. So I had a friend who used to tell me, Anderson, do you know we have to get prepared. Like at any time this TV closes, we are good. Do you know what I did? I bought gadgets. Some of the computer, the laptop I'm using right now, this laptop I'm using right now, we bought it in that era. He told me, his name is Dennis Waswa. He told me, Anderson, this station, this TV can close at any time. But before it closes, we have to get prepared. Do you know what I did? I started getting prepared. That's when I opened up the social medias. That's when I started saving like crazy. That is the time when the first lockdown came through with COVID-19. Now, we were working at Record TV. Now, with this friend of mine, Dennis Waswa, we started preparing for exit. But as we were still employees, and guess what? We were among the best employees. I got an award for the best TV presenter on an extreme media. I got an award as the best presenter. I have the awards. I'll be showing you a little bit later. So now I start saving, because I remember what happened with the WPS TV, and that's the same thing that can happen in any company. I saved. I noticed how much do I pay for rent. I noticed I was paying like 250. No, I was paying 450. So I made sure I have the 450 in cash. By then I used to be saving with Sacco. So I made sure 450. Let's make calculations. I had 450 for a year. For a year, I made sure I have that in cash. I used to save with Sacco. It is a Windsor Sacco that I used to save with. So now let's make calculations. 450,000. Yeah. Don't worry about my son. As I told you, I'm a single dad, so I'm always with him. So you all the time you'll be interrupting. He comes through. So 450 times 12, those are the 12 months in a month. That is 5.4 million. So I had to make sure I have 5.4 million at the Sacco I was saving with. Windsor Sacco, it's in Entebbe. So I saved that. Then I had to make calculations of how much do I eat, like eating food. Then I noticed like it was supposed to be like 200,000, the food I eat for a month. So I saved that. I'm like, if it's 200,000, yeah, 200,000, that is now the food I eat. 200,000 times 12, how much is that? I noticed that is 7.8 millions now, added on to the rent. Then I noticed I use internet. How much do I need for internet? Then I went ahead to save for internet, because I was paying 120,000 using Simba internet. So also I went ahead. Let's add on that one there. Now that is now plus internet, which is 120 times 12. Now that all of it sums up to 9.24 9,240,000. Now, guess what? I'm having all that money on my bank account, plus the simple expenses. And I'm like, anytime Record TV closes, I'm sorted for a year as I plan for plan B. Why am I doing that? Because what happened at WBS, I didn't have plan B. Now, that's what I did. I had all that money. Now, lockdown comes in. I was rich as crazy. Why? Because I had money backed up. You know, most of the people, when you're having some money, yeah, if you're having some money, there is a way you're like, no, anything can happen and I'm good. So it is the same thing that happened. Lockdown comes, everyone is down. I did a couple of interviews during that time. I think I should show you some of them, yeah? I think I should show you some of them. Yeah, I'm going to be showing you some of them. So now, in that period, now we are in a lockdown. No one is supposed to move. The first lockdown was really hard. Really hard. But because I was working with a media station, we could move. By the way, me in all lockdowns I was moving. So I did a couple of interviews. I did with Weasel. This interview here, oh my goodness, this interview here was beautiful, very beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to show it to you. Let me go like this. So now I want to show it to you. My son keeps playing, but you'll always be receiving this. He'll always be here and playing with me because I have no option. But as this is ending, as this podcast is ending, I'm telling you how starting afresh. So you see, now when I noticed that given the fact that I was having a TV job and I was being paid, I made sure, Tyler, keep quiet. I made sure that now my exit will be okay. Now lockdown comes in. Yeah, lockdown comes in. I want to put up this one here so that you guys can see it. And I really want you also to look at the year when I did this. Yeah, I want you to look at the year. That was 5 years ago. Yeah, that was 5 years ago. It is there. It is there for you. Yeah, it is there for you. No. It is there for you. I want to put it with me involved. Yeah, I want to put it now. You see, look here. I think I've not made it big enough. I've not made it big enough. I want to make it big enough so that you see which year we did this. Yeah, I want you to see the time. Yeah, you see. Now let me show you. Look carefully here. You see here, these are 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So now we do this interview in the lockdown. It was one of those times. Of course, we could move with masks. In case you're not having a mask, you're not supposed to move. Tyler, come. I'm taking you to bed. Leave it. So now we did this interview. I want to give you a sneak peek of it. It was one of those I really loved, and he told me really lots of stuff. Maybe you can also get something. Yeah, maybe you can also get something. Let me play it for you a little, then we are going to be getting back.
You're not as jolly as you are right now. How has been the process okuva kali akaseera paka kati, because now I see like you've moved on.
Process nchenyizo gamba process yekola automatically kuba oba tolina kyakola kiba kyagwawo. You're not God.
Yeah.
tosalawo naye just mbeera around my friends netunyumya netujoking around neweerabira mpola mpola naye ngera tosobola kyerabira somehow it gets back to you naye nga tewali kyakola. So I decided just to making my life happy nange obusigaddeyo mbunyumirwa okusinga okwebonyabonya no man ofate nga tonyumiddwa. So a happy man me are. Yeah.
Let's look at the moments you miss no gamba because nkusanze mu happy moments zemanyize mwalinga mukolanga kablaza wali. So what are those moments zo misanga mwana obudde walinga nga tukola kino
naddala obudde bujiddekaawo nga ready tuba twaza okusedda. Moments I miss nga yakutedda karedire boke ayina karedire boke yagamba mbu naffe tunywa nnyo chai naye ta complaining kati naye anywa karedire boke nga tuba tutuddawo etunyumya ebyabaddewo jjo twabakubya muziki wabalabye kibebi kire kyatuyiseeko wakirabye. You know I miss such stuff. I miss wano nga tuli mu studio and of course this is home, this is where everything started. So I miss nga ali awo ayimbamu nga alina ebyokunywa bye byabalasita byakutte obimanyi. I miss that kind of life. Yeah.
So now you move on and now you are alone. So let's look at, because you've collaborated with Wagenda Nokolako Nesaha, have you thought of, company tuberenga tukola nono oba you're like sagala
I think about now nange nino ko lifting up as Weasel because so many them balaba ku Instagram bo baloza oboyimba n'omuntu tosobola kuyimba luyimba lumuweka kuba kati wenzi wenkwata verses zange zonna ze twali tuyimbe nyimba 10 nenzigatta zibe nyimba mmeka oluyimba lubalwa sawa 10. So since akulemwa ku just coming up with one piece, nenga checho just bafans bo balina kubeera bwe batyo, they need to put us on pressure nafe tubenga tuongera muko kumanya.
So now let's go back to you. Tatuzinga nyingi nnyo.
Tatuzi nche yongera
so kombulire buli omne oba tutulaze. Ogamba nene yawa ne etegeza kino yawa no etegeza.
Guitar, this is love.
Yeah. So these are some of the moments, of course, some of the interviews we got in that time. Our category lockdown. Now remember, as I told you initially, nalina saving and I can survive for a year minus working. Category lockdown here, so katen nakola nyo because I was with Weasel, I was with Spice Now. We did some interview again with her. It was really very beautiful. It was really very beautiful. I made more money in the first lockdown that I've ever made in my life. So kona nkaiga. Kati guess what happens? Tuba tuliao tukera kumachanga batugamba Record TV is closing. But I was already prepared to live for a year. Olaba kana akantu kengugamba starting afresh. The title is at 30 I lost it all, started again and again, 3 times off grade. Now I'm telling you my story. So ebyo nebibaawo kati nsiba closing, but I was okay. I could live and happily. So in between bajigadde I can survive for a year. Nali ntandika ninganga atandika n'obutandisi. Naye remember, nsobola osasula rent, nsobola osasula internet, nsobola okulya emmere, nsobola okukola buli kimu because I had saved that money there. And now guess what happens? Happy K calls me. Oh my goodness. Nangamba kati ebadde record bagifudde taji. We want you. I was like, cool. Naye kati already nga nkifunye mutima gwange nti omulimu gwonna gwenfuna. I plan my exit. Most of the people say that they tell you each job you get, make sure you plan your exit. And they don't know how do you plan your exit. Now me, I'm teaching you how you plan your exit. How you plan for exit, just know what is it that this company does for me. Chiche bankolera nomanya nti bansasulira ennyumba sente zibeera meka, bansasulira internet sente zibeera meka. Basically omusala gwo gwofuna okukolamu ki, then gukubire plan. kati womanya nti ekitegeeza nze for me to survive I have to use katugeze emitwalo 8, you know, for everything in my family. Then guess what you do? Emitwalo 8 webakubanga ate bakusasula $2,000,000 wekwata emitwalo 8 gisasule zisaving nga za mwaka, because ezikumazaako omwezi wezibeera nga gibeera emitwalo 8. Save what where you're employed, because most of the people now, this is nowhere, no one has told you this. I'm telling it to you for the first time. I want even to click this. I want to get this. Yeah, let me do it. Now this is it. If you know, let me say you earn $1,000,000 shillings, yeah, as your job, you earn $1,000,000 shillings, but now you start calculating how much, yeah, how much where you're employed they are giving you 1 million, but how much are your expenses as an individual, plus rent, plus your internet, plus your food, plus your everything, and you know they basically contribute 600, and then the 400, that is the profit you enjoy. Now this is the thing. The 600, 7, multiply 600 for a year, so that when these guys mess you up, you have the 600 times 12 months that can survive you for a year. Do that. Save it. That's what I did. So now, by the time, now even the new TV Taji closes, I was able to survive for a year minus working. And where is that coming in from? Because initially when WBS closed, it hurt, and it hurt a lot. So now each time I'm living in the future financially. Whatever I do in the future, I live in the future of whatever I do 1 year. That when everything fails, because right now everything really failed. Right now I'm on 0. When it comes on BCM, how can 3 people be watching? Impossible. But now I'm starting afresh. And for the people who are watching, because this is my end game. My end game was me and my son. It was me and my son. Let me get 10 views. Let me get 1 view. Let me be the only one watching myself. But now this is external. Eternity. If I would wake up early morning and I have 100 people watching, my future is sorted. All these were planned. I can still do people power, I can still Bobby Wine content, and I can earn a lot of money out of it. But at the end of the day, that isn't the target. You get. So now Record TV closes, Taji TV closes, but I can leave. And then in that time, that's when I was like, let me concentrate on social media. That's when I tell you that number you're seeing there, you're supposed to call me up if you want to make money online. I'm telling you so. I'm telling you so. I'm going to be showing you things that I could have never shown at any time. Things I would have never shown, I'm going to be showing you. Truthfully, I'm going to be showing you. So now, the last kick of a dying horse, we were doing Bobby Wine. And because I do social media, that's where I earn my money from. I get reused content, but it was planned. I knew this would happen because whatever I was doing was wrong. And now I had prepared. I knew reused content at any time T, BCM would go off. I knew. I used to tell my sister, do you know this channel will go off anytime? My sister was like, you know what, we should do something important. And then she was like, let's get a simple house where you could be, and paying rent, and God helpfully you have internet, then you will start afresh. I was working knowing bino ebintu bigenda vaako. I knew whatever my job was, it will go off. I knew. I started preparing for it. My sister helps me. For the people who are following this channel, kati omanje tukola tugamba kati, what is it that I do? Most people are debating about making business and building a house. Kati nze sa building a house. What we did, we built a studio. When nino kolera bino byendi mukwogera namwe, because kati bino byo mbitegeera. Nesoka tusimba studio speed demugamba wallahi chane egenda, and I knew we knew it will be going anytime soon. My sister nanyambako, because now I could be the other side ngankola people pa, and we started working to bereko na akantu. Now I'm telling you, my fourth time kati ngangudde straight down ngangudde down. Era saawa zino zenjogera namwe ndi down, ndi ku zero. Era if you are watching, guess what? You're getting me at my lowest. You're getting me at my lowest. And the mere fact that you could be watching at my lowest, when we get at the highest, era nja kuba nkujjukira okugeza buli commenting. I see now we are 5 tuli batano. These videos we'll be reviewing them. And then I'll be like, I was with this person twalina even when it was starting. So man, what happened was channel yange bajijjako monetization. Bajijjako monetization kaba kaweddemu, nina kutandika bupya. There are a lot of things we can do. Of course, when it comes to YouTube, I'm a professional. You want to make money online? Guess what? I will help you 100%. In maximum in 3 months, as long as you do what I tell you, you'll make money. And because I knew anytime I'm not going to get no money, need to take our account wako kendimo. That thing we built is the thing with my sister, is the thing I'm in right now. And guess what? Even when I'm using MTN, which this is the fiber I'm using. But at least in my village, being off grid, I have fiber internet, boys. You will see different fiber internet here. At least I can still talk to you. So that means I can start afresh. And I started afresh. No politics. Right now, if it were politics, I'll be having 1K watching. I have how many? I want to mention the number because I want to remember, I want to remember when we started again. Do you know right now I couldn't afford, the reason why I came off grade. Right now I could not afford to sponsor my kid at school. Basically, I could not pay school fees. I could not pay rent because I went off. Thank God. What I told initially with Albius when it closed, that it hurt me. Then everything is in plan. I want to live 1 year. I always want to live 1 year ahead of me. Like whatever happens to me, I have a year in front of me. You see how many times I started and how I ended up getting the strategy. Now this is the strategy. If you're at the job and your rent, your job, what does your job do? What does your job, what is it that your job does for you? When you get your money, when you get your salary, what does it do for you? Note them down, right? What it does for you, it pays rent. How much? Put it down. It feeds you. How much a month? Put it down. It gives you internet. How much is it? Put it down. Then calculate all of it. Put it in a year. Put it in a year. That is crucial, very important. Put it in a year. Now when you put it in a year, when those guys, they keep giving you your salary, because at the end of the day you have your surplus where you go party, enjoy, have fun. That is surplus of your salary. So now when you do that, save that money, let it be somewhere. People will know you're in Dubai. You lose your job. Losing your job wouldn't mean you wouldn't eat, number one. Losing your job wouldn't mean you wouldn't be on internet. Losing your job wouldn't mean, you're not going to eat, like you're looking for today's food. No. The money is set up there to do that for a year as you sort yourself. And you enjoy yourself like normally the way you've been. Now, when YouTube went ahead to demonetize me, now I wasn't earning a coin. But guess what? We were 10 steps ahead of them. Right now, I live off grid. This word you're seeing there. This one here. This one. I'm living off grid. I had planned, like at any time I go off, I can live with my son. I can be happy. Minus job. And guess what? I can live for a year. I can live for a year. Minus any job or any earning. You get the point? Most of my boys used to call me and then they used to tell me, stop. Let me tell you something. This is very important. And for the people who are watching, you're going to get something out of this. Let me tell you something. I told one of my friends, like, we are broke. You go, Susu. I told one of my friends, we as Ugandans, we are broke because we do, as Ugandans, we are broke, and as in Africa, even worldwide, we are broke because we live for today. What is it that I'm going to earn today? What is it that I'm going to earn today to survive as an individual? You get the point? Like, the kids have to eat food, So now you have to make sure food is on the table. So if you don't go to work today, then you're not going to get food. If you do not go work today, your kid will not go to school. But guess what? All those people who know how to juggle today, if you ask them what is it that really you would love to do, you would really love to do, and it will sort the rest of your life, he will tell you, boss, when it comes to coffee, if I go into coffee farming, I'll do crazy stuff, I'll get a lot of money. And then you're like, why is it that you're not doing it? He's like, it will take 2 years. It will take 2 years. So that means 2 years, the family is not feeding. The family is not feeding for 2 years. But he knows where he can get big income. Tyler, don't make noise. So he knows where income can come from. But at the end of the day, we live for today. We live for today, boss. Now, when I learned that, I was like, okay. I'm not going to be living for today. I want to live for a year. When I make a penny, now, I'm in isolation. I'm off grid. Truthfully speaking, telling you, I'm off grid. I'm with my son. I'm a single dad. We live just the two of us. But guess what? I'm living for a year. I paid for his school fees. You can call it tuition. For a year. As I sort out myself. But guess what? I don't earn a penny. I don't have a coin with me. I don't. But guess what? I can sleep, I can eat, I can be okay for a year. For a year, man. This is what I'm telling you, man. Starting afresh, you can always start afresh anytime, any day. Tell her, don't make noise. You get. You could be me. What hurts me most when it comes to girls? Most girls, they have this problem of having a husband who tortures them and treats them bad. And they think that when they leave, their life will be bad. It will be the worst ever. And I'm like, who told you that? Start afresh, man. Right now I'm starting afresh. How many people watching? 6. Boss, I have 6 people watching BCM. If I want to now, if I want to, I can get 1K people watching. But now I'm starting afresh. 2026 was a strategy, man. Mwana oinatandika tutandika boy nze kati sigenda funa yadde 10 ndi unemployed sifuna yadde. Don't do that. Don't make noise. Ndi single father blood nze mbera ne mutabani wange blood era ja nansumbuwa kati angamba put this emotoka ye yino ogiraba kati ayagala tuteekeko omupiira emabega. Kati omanye kyolwaki nkigamba, I have quality time with my son. I had never gotten this kind of time emyaka gye nkoledde. Mwana kati wetuba tugenda teekako omupiira, kati ogulaba tutaddeko omupiira, kati guno gwade ayagala tuteeke emabega. This is the car. Kitegeera. Mwana kati nkula binyumira newe nabeerako ne 2 or 3 or 6 or 7 watching. Nkola binyumira. Naye ate kano nali nakabala nti in my retirement I want to get to a position nga nzazijja wano nenyumya nammwe bakyali bange, you're my blood. the mere fact that you're watching, I love you, nkwagala, true story, ate tusobola okweyamba. Kati gwate obeera fala okubanga togamba Anderson mwana tukikoze tutya, and you don't comment. You get the point? Comment. Tell me, Anderson, this is my number. My number kweri oko gifune in WhatsApp nga enamba yange yavudde nako ansooke nyizeeko. Sorry. Sorry. Najjeko enamba yange mpandiikira how we can survive. Kati nze buli kimu kyagenze mu bulamu bwange gwe kyolina omanya sina kyenina. Naye guess what? Twali twetegekera emyaka 10, amanya twali twetegekera omwaka efuluya. Omwana wange ensi bwe yankubye bazieko monetization ku YouTube, naye ng'ate nkomawo omwana wange school fees ziri paid for a year. Nsobola okulya emmere for a year. Nsobola okwebaka because kati si renting for forever. Olaba engeri gye nakabalamu. So kitegeeza sifuna nnyo, siina, naye nsobola okusurvivinga. Kati njagala kuyiga kulima mmere. Era kati mmwe abajja okuŋŋamba akola booti. Leeta nkoko, leeta mbuzi. Wallahi nze. Kati ate bukijja ku muntu omukozesa ajja kaweddemu. Babira bakozesa, nze nabiwuliranga mu bigambo nti babira bakozesa kabeera kaweddemu. Wallahi kaba kaweddemu. Those people control you. Right now I do what I want to, anytime I want to. Naye nkuwa amawulire ki? Siina mulimu, ndi single father, mbeera n'omwana wange, siina kaddako, nkubulira amazima. Naye okamanya akaddako, social media. Look at all the richest people, man. They either own the social media, be Elon Musk and you own X, or be Mark Zuckerberg and you own Facebook, or be Bani Alibaba. Bera kogwa. Kati nze ngenda kujanga, kati nzola bino bye nkugamba. Let me tell you some. Katula nti no bye nkugamba, olaba tebina makulu. Let me tell you something. Me, I get calls from London, Dubai, South Africa, and they want me to teach them how to do this. Me, as long as you're watching, no subscribing, I have nothing to lose. Why? I'm jobless. Sina chenkola. But why don't I pass on my information? My son, I wish Cameron Osinganji Jako Nenjimutegako ali ku laptop ye. Omwana wange, by the time he makes 8 years old, nze sigenda musasulira fees, I know kwesasulira fees, he will have to do something. By the way, today I'm very happy that I've been with you for the longest time. Maybe not tugenda kuba tubikola day in, day out. Talk about boss, start afresh, bitiisa. Boy nange kati wano wendi ndi mukutya kurachi. I am a content creator. They demonetized me. I knew they would. I knew they would. Because nebe nali nkola namanya. Naye kati nchikoze ntya. Nsobola chikola. Now you imagine. Nsobola chikola. Nga nsobola ofuna million 15 kwa 2. Ebya ddala true story. Buli mwezi. Nsobola chikola. Nenga sinzali mu video. Nenjagala kati nze mbere mu video. I would rather get 1 million. I would rather get 1 million a month than getting 10 millions when I'm using other people's content. Think about that. Okay. Kati ngenda balaga I want to show you how much I was earning monthly. No, njagala bibalaga, which is okay because kati I'm done for this, I'm engineered for this. Kati nze njagala mbibalage. Mwana tulina okukola sente man at the end of the day. Kati nze balaga analytics zange just ngenda balagako channel emu. Ngenda balagako channel emu. Ngenda kubalagako one channel and then you see and then you tell me oba ndasone namba yange eri awo ononkubira oba tonkubire consultancy make money online oba toyina mitwalo 20 lekayo sagala kwogera naawe mitwalo 20 200,000 Ugandan shillings, then we can talk. So now I'm going to be showing you basically how much I was earning how much I was earning. I want to do it for you. Kati mwemuli bachali wange kati nze omuntu wabachali wange I have to give them every knowledge. Ate lwaki nkulekerayo. Mwana tulina okwebeeramu man. Tulina okwebeeramu. So let me show you something. Windows capture. So I'm going to be showing you how much I was earning. Nice. Good. Kati ngenda balaga how much I was earning. Naye wadde ngenda balaga njagala mbeere nange mbeere wali eri emabega nga mundabako. These things I can teach you everything I'm talking about. I can teach you, but that will come with a cost. It will come with a cost. Methodology abiri awo nga tutandika okunyamya. So let me take you through. Let's start Olabenti. This is my channel. This is the channel and we are live here. Stegera. This is my channel. So whatever. It's my channel. So kati genda wano. Ndagenda wano YouTube studio. Ngenda ku YouTube studio tugende ku analytics. Otumala ogenda ku analytics to switching lifetime njagala kumanya sente nkoze mmeka, you know, mukaseera konna kangirize kino. Your phone is not charged? No. Oh, where is the charge? It's here. You put it there.
Behind.
Yeah, you put it there. So at the end of the day, basically, for a lifetime, when I started working, that's it. It is 91,211 USD. How much is that in Uganda? Should I check? Okay, I'm not going to check. Check out in your country how much that is. You put. You don't know how to put. You bring. You have to put, Tyler. You have to learn. So at the end of the day, that's how much. But when did I start being active? Let me show you when I started being active. But mwebyo ebiseera byonna byonna mbadde ngamu nga ndinga baby. So I used a lot of money kunoonya bakazi and all that. I think leero twogedde ngenda baleka awo bwe tukomawo ngenda bayigiriza. I'm going to teach you how you can really make money of great. Until then, Luzoy Andrew Anderson is my name, and I'm happy. There's nothing that is so exciting. What have I done? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm doing something. So this one we delete. Let me see window. So at the end of the day, guys, I want to say it was nice having you. It was beautiful. So beautiful, really, having you. I'm super excited. Let me hope you're going to get your experience with me. Yeah, you'll be with me. You're going to talk about lots of things and how you can make money online. My number is just down there. So let's see how we can do it. I'm at home. I'm a single dad, and I live off grid, and I am happy because of YouTube. And I have my son who is on his laptop. Let me try if because I'm going to be ending, so let me try to see if I can move this camera and I show him to you. It wouldn't go off. If it goes off, I'm going to just turn you guys off. Tyler, what's up?
That you're done. I'm done.
Am I done? I'm not done. I'm not done. But I'm just here loving you. I'm loving you. You go down. You go on your laptop. Yeah, I know. He feels like you go down. You go on your laptop. I'm also going to end this live. You go on your laptop.
It's for my water.
You pour the water? Did you pour the water?
Not me.
No, don't pour it. You go to your laptop. But Tyler, I don't want you to go in the fridge and getting water every time.
I did them in the pouring. I did time.
You put it there, then we're going to bed to sleep.
Huh?
You put it there, we are going to go to bed to sleep.
Red ice. Who put water? Red ice.
Mm.
I'm done.
You're supposed to close the refrigerator.
It's for red ice. I forgot to-
You're going to Susu?
Yes.
That's my son. That's all I know how to do. Get on my WhatsApp. That's very important, more than what you think. It's very important. So today I want to say thank you very much for watching. I'm going to be sleeping, going to bed with my son. Bless ya. I love you more than you could even think.